About yoga ladder, we have read about lust, we have read about the sacrifices, we have read about the karma yoga. Chapter name was karma yoga. Okay, so today we'll be reading about fourth chapter, that is transcendental knowledge, Gyan Yoga. Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji, is my screen visible? My audio is audible?
Yes,
my
Prabhuji.
video visible?
Correct. Yes, all proper.
Okay, so today's chapter, the name here is written as Transcendental Knowledge. Okay, so the chapter name is Transcendental Knowledge, that is fourth chapter, Gyan Yoga. Okay, so let's read about the chapter. So in chapter now, what we have read till chapter number 3, we'll quickly revise. Before that, we'll start with Guru Pranam Mantra and we'll start the chapter. Om Jnanam Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam cha Shri Rupam Shagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadhuvatam Parijan Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padang Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakhan Vitam cha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshitarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the teaching is based on the teachings of His Divine Grace, His Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, our Guru Maharaj, and to his feet we offer our humble obeisances, and so that we can accept his teachings in our life, we can apply the teachings in our life. So in chapter number 1, let's summarize all the 3 chapters what we have read till now. So in chapter number 1, we have read about the observing the army. So 3 people. What are the 3 reactions? So Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, and Arjuna. So all those 3 we have read. Then the mood to read Bhagavad-Gita, the mood should be of ultimate faith. The faith should be there. Okay. Without faith, we cannot understand Gita. Then what were the reasons Arjuna was giving not for fighting? First was compassion, then loss of enjoyment, fear of sinful reactions, destruction of family tradition, and then 5th was indecision. So these were the 5 reasons given by Arjuna for not fighting. Okay. Then in 2nd chapter we have read about Gita. Okay, first chapter was doubt, second was Gita. So G for Guru, about Guru. So about Krishna we have read. Then the identity, what is our identity? Body or soul. Then the third, two dharma, towards body, towards the soul, dharma towards these 2. Then the Atmaram, who is the person who is self-situated, what is the quality? Okay. The next, tree, T-R-E-E, T for renunciation or tyaga or action. So we have read which is better, tyaga or action. So Krishna said action in devotion is better. Then yoga ladder. So we were running on the yoga ladder and we have seen the elevator also. So ladder is there, elevator is there. Bhakti yoga is elevator. Others are all others like ladder, which will lead to yoga, lead to bhakti and then to Krishna. An excellent example of self-realized souls, the persons who are self-realized, still they are working just to show the example for other people. Okay, so this was the E. And then next E is enemy of the soul. So what is the enemy of soul? Yes, can anyone tell me what was the enemy of soul? What was the enemy of soul we have seen? Yes, lust. So this chapter is called past. Okay, so we will read about past of Bhagavad Gita. So the mnemonic is also past. So Prabhuji, we cannot see past. P-A-S-P we can see. Okay, the T is here. Okay, so P for position of Krishna. So what is the position of Krishna? Okay, so we'll read about the position of Krishna and position of us. So what is the position? Then second, applying the transcendental knowledge. A. Then application of the transcendental knowledge will remove certain myth. Then sacrifices lead to transcendental knowledge. So we will read about the sacrifices. And then fourth is the process of transcendental knowledge. So what is the process? So we'll read these four things. P-A-S-T, past. Okay, the T is here. So these four things are there. So what is the meaning of transcendental? So before starting the chapter, transcendental knowledge, what is the meaning of transcendental? Okay. So the meaning of transcendental is anything is there. If you're attaching Krishna to that, that becomes transcendental. Take an example of food. If we are eating food, if we are attaching Krishna, means we are preparing food for Krishna, then then offering bhoga to Krishna, then we are eating that food, just normal food become prasadam. Okay, so if anything, if normal thing is there and we are attaching Krishna to that, that becomes transcendental. The simple meaning of transcendental is attaching Krishna to that. Okay, so transcendental means belonging to the divine nature, which is different from the material nature that we see. So there is difference between the divine and divine and the material nature. That is called transcendental. The divine nature is called transcendental. So transcendental nature means spiritual divine nature. Transcendental food means spiritual food. Transcendental work means spiritual work, spiritual service. Transcendental sound means spiritual sound, like Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So if you can see, for every transcendental, spiritual word is there. So what is the meaning of transcendental? Transcendental means everything, anything we are attaching Krishna in it, it becomes transcendental. Okay, so everything connected to Krishna become transcendental or spiritual. So what is the meaning of transcendental spiritual? Connected to Krishna. So everything which is connected to Krishna, that becomes transcendental. So simple meaning is that very, very important concept. Okay, then let's start from the sloka. What is the position of Krishna? So what is the origin of Bhagavad-Gita? When Bhagavad-Gita was spoken, how it was spoken? Let's read. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha imam vibhashvate yogam proktavamaham avyayam vibhashvana manave praha manur ikshvake abravit. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, I instructed the imperishable science of yoga to sun god Vivasvan. So first it was told by Sri Krishna to Vivasvan. Vivasvan was who? He was sun god. Okay, so he was sun god. And then Vivasvan instructed it to Manu. So second it was told to Manu. So Vivasvan giving the knowledge to Manu. And then the Manu was father of mankind. And the Manu in turn instructed it to Ikshvaku. So Ikshvaku, who was Ikshvaku? Ikshvaku was Raghu dynasty king, the king on which Sri Ram came. So Raghu dynasty king. So you can see the sun god is also like a king. Manu is also king. Ikshvaku is also king. Okay, so the people are like king. So Bhagavad Gita was spoken 120 million years ago to Vivasvan. So Vivasvan came to this world around 120 million years ago. So that is the history of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita was spoken at that time. Okay, so this is the history of Bhagavad Gita 120 million years ago to Vivasvan. Then 4.2. So Krishna is speaking to sun god Vivasvan. Vivasvan is speaking to Manu. Manu is speaking to Ishvaku. And then what happened after Ishvaku? Evam parampara praptam emam rajashayo vidhu sakalena sakalaneha mahata yoga nashta parantapa. So Krishna is saying parampara praptam. Okay, so what is the meaning of parampara praptam? This is like a parampara. Krishna is telling the knowledge to sun god. Sun god is giving the knowledge to his disciple Manu, and Manu is giving knowledge to his disciple Ikshvaku. And then Ishvaku will give this knowledge to his disciple, then his disciple will give this knowledge to his disciple. And then in this way, some disciplic chain will be formed. Okay, some chain will be formed of disciples. So that is called parampara praptam. So this supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession. So it is called the disciplic succession. So this knowledge was given to Krishna, and this knowledge was coming down through the disciplic succession. And the saintly king, so word here is Rajashyo, Rishi, which is like Raja. Okay, so the Raja which are like Rishis. Okay, and the saintly kings, that is called Rajashyo, understood in this way. So the word here used is saintly king. So why this knowledge is being given to the kings, mainly kings, the saintly kings? Why? Can you tell me the reason? We have already discussed why this knowledge is being mainly given to kings. Yes, tell me the reason. Yesterday we have learned. Yes, everyone should answer except the person who are sleeping. Everyone should answer why it was given to mainly the people who are like king. Everyone should answer except the people who are sleeping. Yes, to other people to follow. As king has to take care of the whole kingdom and society, so whatever king will follow, the general mass will follow. So there is no need to give knowledge to every people. We can educate, we can give the knowledge to the king, and whatever king will do, the general people will follow the king. And in this way, what will happen? Everyone will follow the religious practices only. Okay. So this is to set an example, because general mass will follow the king. So yes, everyone is answering correctly. So the disciplic succession word is clear to you. Then this word is also clear. Saintly king, how the saintly king got this knowledge. Okay. Understood in this way. But in the course of time, the succession was broken, and therefore science as it is appears to be lost. And then what happened? Gradually, if in the time duration, what happened? The disciplic succession became broken, and this knowledge become was like it is going to be lost like that. Okay. So I was talking about the disciplic succession. So the knowledge should be received. The knowledge of Bhagavad-Gita we should receive from a disciplic succession. Okay, like the person who is coming in the disciplic succession. One guru is there, which is in the disciplic succession, who has got this knowledge from his guru, and his guru is got this knowledge from his guru, and in this way that guru is connected to Krishna. So you can see. Okay, so if you see Lord Krishna, so there are four parampara, four disciplic succession which was started by Krishna. So what were the four disciplic succession for the giving this knowledge? The first disciplic succession is called first first institution, that is called disciplic succession, is called Brahma Madhvacharya, Brahma Madhva God Sampradaya. Okay, so this knowledge was given to Brahma, and Brahma gave to his disciple, and then this knowledge came to Madhvacharya, and then gradually this knowledge came down. Okay, and then second institution was like Sri Lakshmi. It was given to Sri Lakshmi. Knowledge was given to Sri Lakshmi, and then gradually reached to Ramanujacharya, and then Lord Shiva. Okay. So then it was Lord Shiva to Vishnu Swami, and then four Kumara, Chatur Kumara, and Nimbarkacharya got the knowledge from the Chatur Kumara. So four sampradayas are there. Okay, so first is called Brahma Madhva God Sampradaya. Okay, ISKCON, the ISKCON Mangaluru or ISKCON, any ISKCON if you see, that comes in the Brahma Madhva God Sampradaya. Okay, and then second Sampradaya is called Sri Sampradaya. Okay. So like that. So Kumara Sampradaya, Shiva Sampradaya. Okay. So these are the four Sampradaya which is established by Lord Krishna, and the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, if we're getting from any of the Sampradaya, is can be understood to be disciplic succession, and can be understood to be in from a bona fide source. Okay. So this is the thing. So four Sampradayas are there established by Krishna to dissipate this knowledge to his disciple, and to general mass of the people. Okay. Now, very important sloka, why Krishna is telling, why Krishna choose Arjuna. So many people have this question, why Krishna choose only Arjuna? So let's try to understand why Krishna choose only Arjuna. That very science, that very ancient science of relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you, because, so the reason coming now, because you are my devotee as well as my friend, and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of science. So this is the word, can understand. Okay, So who can understand the mystery of science? So many people you see that they are reading Bhagavad Gita, they are trying to understand Bhagavad Gita, they are trying to read Bhagavad Gita, they are reading sloka daily, they are trying to memorize the sloka, but they are not able to apply the knowledge to their life. Why they are not able to apply the knowledge to their life? Because they cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. Why they cannot understand Bhagavad Gita? Because they are lacking these two qualities. Okay, so if these two qualities we have, we can understand Bhagavad Gita. So what are these two qualities? We should be devotee of Lord, or we should like a friend to Lord to understand the science of Bhagavad Gita. So what is the qualification to understand Bhagavad Gita? Without those qualifications, if we're trying to understand Bhagavad Gita, we won't be able to understand. So what is the qualification? These two are the qualification. Arjuna was a great devotee of Krishna, as well as he was friend of Krishna. So if we are also a devotee of Krishna, then we can understand Bhagavad Gita. So we should be in position of Arjuna, then only we can understand the Bhagavad Gita. So Arjuna's qualification was he was a devotee of Krishna, as well as he was friend of Krishna. So these are the two qualities, the important quality needed to understand the Bhagavad Gita. So in the first day only, I told you the qualification is faith. Okay, so devotee can have faith, and as well as friends can have faith. Okay, so without these two qualifications, you will not be able to understand the science of Bhagavad Gita. In the position of Krishna, appearance and distance. So 4 yugas are there. Okay, so we were talking about 4 yugas: Sat Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Okay, so we'll start from the Kali Yuga because this is Kali Yuga time. So Kali Yuga, last for the age of Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. Okay, and Dwapar Yuga is just double. 432 double it, 864,000 years. And Treta Yuga triple it. Okay, so 432 into 3, so 1296,000. And Satya Yuga you can 4 times. Okay, so these 4 are the Yuga. So Kali Yuga is 432,000, and then double it, triple it, and 4 times it. So these 4 Yuga will be there. And what is the average lifespan? Average lifespan in Kali Yuga is 100 years. Dwapar Yuga 1000 years. 10,000 years in Treta Yuga and Satya Yuga, it's like 1 lakh years. So these are the some calculations about the 4 yugas. Okay, so Bhagavad Gita came to earth about 2 million years ago. So if you combine these two, Treta Yuga and Dwapar Yuga, okay, so it will come like like 2 million. Okay, 12 plus 8, it will be like 20. So it will come like 2 million. Okay, so it was spoken, Bhagavad Gita was spoken to this Ishwaku around 2 million years ago. So Ishwaku was starting from this time. So it was Bhagavad Gita came to this earth around 2 million years ago. Okay, so this is the calculation for Yuga. Arjuna said, okay, wait a minute, Krishna, wait a minute. Arjuna is saying, wait a minute. Why Arjuna is saying, wait a minute? He has one doubt. What is the doubt? Arjuna said, the sun god Vivaswan is very, very senior to you by birth. Okay, so sun god Vivaswan is very senior by birth to you, to us, to me. How am I to understand that in the beginning you instructed this science to him? So how can I understand that in the beginning you were there and you have instructed the science of knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to him? He is very senior. You are contemporary to me. How can I understand that you have given this knowledge to him first? Okay. So, but how did this happen, as we both were born in Dwapar Yuga and you gave the knowledge the very early? So how did it happen? So Arjuna respond. So why Arjuna is asking this? Why Arjuna is asking this? He has doubt in Krishna? No, he doesn't have doubt in Krishna because he is pure devotee of Krishna. So why he is asking? He is asking because he knows that other people will be there who will be reading Bhagavad Gita and they will have this doubt that okay, Krishna was like this, and we are contemporary how this knowledge can be given by Krishna. So he knows that other people will be reading and they will have this doubt. So for us, for the general mass to understand the Krishna's position, so important word is Krishna's position. What is Krishna's position? Arjuna is asking this question. Now Krishna is replying his position to Arjuna. Okay, so, Krishna responds. The personality of God said, many births both you and I have passed. So many births you and I have passed. I can remember all of them, but you cannot, O subduer of enemy. So many births are there. I can remember all of them, but you cannot remember all of them, Arjuna. So this is the difference. Arjuna is Jiva. unable to recall what happened to his previous past birth. But Krishna is not Jiva. Okay, Krishna is Supreme Brahman. Krishna is Supreme Lord. So he knows what happened in the future, what will happen in the future, what happened in the past, what is happening now all over the world. He is knowing all the things. But Arjuna is a Jiva. So this is the position Krishna's position. Krishna himself is explaining that I can remember all of them because I'm supreme, and you can remember only this birth, and not all the full birth also. What happened yesterday we cannot remember. What we ate day before yesterday we cannot remember. So we are like Jiva. Our memory is very limited. So we cannot remember. We cannot recall what happened in our previous past birth. Okay. So Krishna's position is above all. So how does Krishna appears? Okay, so Krishna is saying, although I am unborn and my transcendental body never deteriorates, and although I am the Lord of all living entity, I still appear in every millennium in my original transcendental form. So Krishna is saying, I appear in my original transcendental form, but I am unborn. Okay, and my transcendental body never deteriorates. Okay, Krishna is saying, I am unborn, my transcendental body never deteriorates. So we can see Krishna is unborn. First word is unborn. Okay, and second word is transcendental body. So his body, although he seems to be appear in this like a human body, but his body is transcendental. Our body is not transcendental. Our body is material. His body is transcendental. Okay, and he appears in every millennium in his original transcendental form. Okay, so Krishna is eternal. His body is spiritual. Krishna is eternal. He is Govindam Adipurusham. So Brahma ji is saying in Brahma Samhita, Govindam Adipurusham Tamham Bhajami. So Brahma ji is saying, Govindam, you are Adipurusham. Adi means the oldest Purusha. You are the first Purusha, and all the Purusha, all the other people come from you. So you are Adipurusham. This is who is saying this? Brahma ji is saying in Brahma Samhita. Brahma ji is the creator of all the material world. Okay, by the instruction of Krishna. And he is saying that you are Adipurusham. Okay, so he is unborn, ajanma. Okay. When does Krishna appear? So we know how does Krishna appear. Then when does Krishna appear? Okay, so this is the position of Krishna. When does Krishna appear? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirabhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. So when dharmasya glanirabhavati bharata, so when there is glani of dharma, decline in the religious practices, then I appear. Okay, and a adharmasya abhyuttanam. Okay, so predominant rise in irreligion. So when the religious practices are declining and the irreligions are increasing, then I descend myself. Okay, Srijamiham. Okay, he is descending. Krishna is descending himself. Okay, so these are these activities. So after coming, what he does? When he comes, we know. But why he comes? What is the purpose of his coming? So let's read. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha duskritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So these three are his works. Paritranaya sadhunam, to protect, to deliver the pious people. Sadhunam, okay. Vinashaya cha duskritam, to do vinasha of duskritam. Okay, so the people who are miscreant, to annihilate the miscreant. Okay, and third is dharma samsthapanarthaya, to reestablish the principle of religion. He comes to. So these three works are there of Krishna, which is explained in 4.8 sloka. So Krishna is saying, Paritranaya sadhunam, vinasaya cha duskritam, dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So for these three works, Krishna comes millennium after millennium. Okay. So what are the three reasons for appearing? To protect his devotee, to destroy the demon, and to reestablish the dharma. Okay. So these three are there. So, okay. So what is the benefit of knowing all these things? What is the benefit of knowing about Krishna? So Krishna is saying, Janma karma cha me divyam. My janma and my karma, both are divyam, both are transcendental. Evam yo veti tattvataha takta deham punar janma naiti mameti swarjuna. So Krishna is saying, so janma karma evam yo veti tattvata. So the person who knows that my janma and karma is divyam, Tvakta deham punarjanma. Tvakta is leaving. Okay, leaving. Deham punarjanma naiti. So after leaving this body, Tvakta deham, after leaving this body, punarjanma naiti. There is no punarjanma. Okay. So the person who knows this transcendental nature of God, they won't take punarjanma, they won't come to this material world. So Krishna is saying, what is the benefit of knowing about Krishna? One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving this body, takes his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Krishna. So 100% guaranteed. Krishna is saying the words of Krishna. So if we think that okay, Veda is there, Purana is there, something written is there, in Mahabharata something is written there, okay, we can doubt, some people can doubt, but this is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is Lord himself is telling all those things. So there is no confusion in this, that if a person knows the transcendental knowledge of Krishna and then he devote himself to Krishna, what will happen? He won't take birth to this material world. Okay, so what is the result of understanding what Krishna? The result is liberation. We are liberated. Liberation means mukti. From which mukti? Mukti from this birth and death cycle. That is greatest bhaya. Okay. So we were reading in the last chapter, greatest bhaya. What is the greatest bhaya? This coming to this material world is the greatest bhaya. How to get out of this material world? This is the answer. Okay. So one who knows the activity, the appearance of Krishna to be transcendental, he won't take birth again. So result of understanding what Krishna is, liberation. Okay. Difference between Krishna and us, we have already read. So Krishna is eternal, remember everything. We are eternal, we are also soul, so we are eternal, but we forget our past because we take this body. Okay. Krishna appear in his spiritual form. His body is spiritual. Okay. But we appear in this temporary form, this material body. Okay. We are in part and parcel of this that spiritual form. This soul is part and parcel of the supreme soul, and this body is the temporary form. Okay. Appears by his own will. Krishna appears by his own will, but we appear due to our karma. Okay. So the forced to appear by our karma. So this is the difference. Krishna appears by his will and we appear due to our karma. Krishna is the control of Mahamaya. You can see Krishna is there and Mahamaya. The Durga Devi is there. So she is with folded hands, she is serving Krishna. So Krishna is the controller of Mahamaya and we are controlled by Mahamaya. So we are being controlled by the three modes of material nature. We will know about the modes of material nature in detail in chapter number 14. But for now, we should know that we are controlled by the Mahamaya and Krishna is the controller of Mahamaya. Krishna remember all his birth, but we forget due to our body changes. His body is transcendental. His body doesn't change. No difference is in body and his self. Okay. So Krishna's body and Krishna's self is no different. But our body changes. Okay. And our body and soul is different. So soul acquires an external body. So we have gross body, we have subtle body. So now how to attain transcendental knowledge and love for Krishna. So knowing all those things, how to attain transcendental love for Krishna. So Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha. Vita means free. Okay. Free from Raga, Bhaya and Krodha. So let's read how to attain the transcendental love of Krishna. Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha Manmaya Mam Upashita Bahavo Jnana Tapasha Puta Madbhavam Agataha. So Krishna is saying Vita is free. Raga Bhaya Krodha. Raga is attachment. Bhaya is fear and Krodha is anger. So free from the Raga, Bhaya and Krodha. So being free from the attachment, fear and anger, being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me. Man Maya Mam Upashrita. Okay. So being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me. So this is the way to attain the transcendental love of Krishna. Free from the attachment, fear and anger, and being fully absorbed in him, taking refuge in me. Many persons in the past become purified by knowledge of me. So in this way, many persons have purified themselves in this way, and thus they all attain my transcendental love. Okay, so all of them attain transcendental love. So what is the two things? First is free from the attachment, fear and anger, and then fully absorbed in Krishna. So in this way, many people have attained the transcendental love of Krishna. So we can also attain. So result of understanding the transcendental knowledge is liberation. And how to become just 1 minute, I'm getting a call. Sorry, Hare Krishna. So result of understanding the transcendental knowledge is liberation, and how to attain love from the liberation, free from the attachment, free from the fear, free from the anger. These three. Okay. Then applying the transcendental knowledge. Do all paths lead to same destination? So many people are there who are approaching the different path. Some are approaching some are approaching the bhakti yoga path, some are approaching the Gyan yoga path, some are approaching the Dhyan yoga path, some are approaching the Karma yoga path. All different paths they are approaching. Some people are trying to love Krishna as father, some people are trying to love Krishna as a das, some people are trying to love Krishna as in the Santrasa, some people are trying to love Krishna as a friend. So many different types of people are there. So do all paths lead to same destination? The answer is no. Ye yatha mam prapaddante tam tathaiva bhajamiham mamo vartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvashah. As all surrender into me, I reward them accordingly. So this is the very important sloka. So the person, if any person is surrendered to Krishna, the way Krishna will be responding in that way only. Okay. So whatever, so depends on us. So here is one important concept. So all surrender into me, as all surrender into me, I reward them accordingly. The word here used is accordingly. So whatever way we are approaching accordingly. So it's all depends on whom. It all depends on what all the things are depending on. So all things depending on us only, because whatever way we are approaching to Krishna, Krishna will respond accordingly. So all things depend on us only. Okay. So this is the thing. It's not like what Krishna will do, what other people will give, what Krishna will give us. So it's not like that. Whatever way we are approaching Krishna, Krishna will respond according to that. Okay. So everyone follow my path in all respect, O son of Pratha. So accordingly. So word here, important word you use here is accordingly. So whatever way we are approaching Krishna, Krishna is giving the results accordingly. Okay. So all are demigod, different form of Lord. So there are many demigods are there. So like Indra is there, Saraswati Ma is there, okay, Durga is there. So different department are there, and which is which is taken care by different demigods. Okay, so all demigods are same, or what is their position. So Krishna is saying, worlds in this men in this world desire success in fruitive activity, and therefore they worship the demigod. Quickly, of course, men get results from the fruitive works in this world. So Krishna is saying that the person who are desiring the fruitive activity, some person will desire money, some person will desire knowledge, some person will desire that all things become subh to me, so all things become good to me. So all those things we are desiring, and we are trying to worship different demigods. So Krishna is trying to say the men in this world desire success in fruitive activity. So fruitive active world here is the fruitive activity. So what many fruitive activity we try to do, and therefore we worship the demigods. Okay, so we worship the department head of that department. Okay, so that demigod is the department head, and we are trying to worship that demigod. Quickly, of course, men get result from the fruitive work in this world, and by this way, if we are worshipping the demigod, then we'll get the results quickly. Okay, so but why demigod worship? Strong material desire to fulfill want immediately. So if we have too materially attached, what will happen? We will worship that demigods. Okay, so like that it is the. So if you are too materially attached, then we'll worship that demigod. So this is the thing. So what is the difference between the Supreme Lord and the demigods? Are both equal? Demigods are also part and parcel of Supreme Lord, and Supreme Lord is the complete whole. So all the demigods are also part and parcel of Krishna. Okay, the Supreme. Demigods are living entity with material power. So they are devotee of Krishna. So the devotee of Krishna, what Krishna has given them? Krishna has given some departments to handle. They are important part and parcel of Krishna. They are doing very important work of the Krishna. Okay, so this is the thing. Vishnu and Narayana are form spiritual world and different expansion of Krishna. So Krishna, Vishnu, Narayana, Ram, all are equal. Okay, and many others are there, like demigods are there, which are handling different departments, which are managing different departments of this universe, this world. Okay, then comes the varna ashrama system. Okay, so Krishna is saying chatur varnam maya system guna karma vibhagasha tasya kartaram apima vidhe akartam avyayam. So Krishna is saying chatur varna maya system. This chatur varna, the four varna are maya system. Okay, so many different concepts of people are there, that how, what is this caste system? Is this caste system good? Is the caste system bad? What is this? Who had made this? This is totally fault. So what is your views about caste system? Can you tell me in the chat box quickly? Can give you 1 minute. So what is your view in about the caste system? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it required? It is good or not? Who made this? Like this, any concept is there with you? So one answer, worst. Caste system is worst. Yes, one hand is also there. It is not required. Okay, not required. One answer, not required. Professional divisions, not required. It is good if you understand it correctly. It is based on the type of work, so it is a certain extent it is okay. Okay, any other answer? Many people are there, many answers should be there. Okay, it is required, not required. So very mixed reaction we have. Okay, mixed reaction. What is, why it is required? Why it is required? For following certain guidelines of the system. Okay, okay, many people are there, many answer I'm expecting. Not required, required. Very mixed reaction. Some people are saying required, some people are saying not required. Not required, some people are saying worst also. Okay, so many misconceptions are there according to caste as soon as this varna system is concerned. The caste system, the word caste system is different from the varna. It is a distorted form of varna system which we are seeing in the today's society. So what is the meaning of the varna system? So we'll understand, then only we can understand that this is required or not. So let's understand this very important concept, very important concept, because many people have many myths related to this varna system. So Krishna is saying chatur varnam maya system. So word here is maya system. So Krishna has formed maya system. Krishna has formed these 4 classes. So if Krishna has formed these 4 classes, the first thing is it cannot be wrong. Okay, it cannot be wrong. So these four systems are required to make the society. But how to understand these four systems are required? Okay, guna karma vibhagasa. Then important word comes is guna karma vibhagasa. So these four classes are divided based on the guna and based on the karma. Guna is mode. What mode they are? So we have a mode of goodness, we have mode of passion, we have mode of ignorance. That is satoguna, rajoguna, and tamoguna. So based on the satoguna, rajoguna, and tamoguna and karma, they are being divided. Okay. So it is not like that. It is based on the janma. So any person has taken birth in the Brahmana family, he will become Brahmana. It is not like that. By the guna, by the karma, it is divided. So it is important. Okay. So first thing Krishna is saying, it is Maya system. It is my srishti. And then it is gun karma vibhagasa. It is based on the guna and karma, not on the birth. Okay. But today's world will see distorted form. So many people are following the birth system only. So if a person has taken birth in the caste of a Brahmana, he will become Brahmana. Like this, they were thinking. Okay. So let me give an example so that you all understand this very correctly, why these four systems are required. So let me give you an example. So one hospital is there. Okay. Try to imagine one hospital where doctors are also there, nurses are also there, then the cashiers are also there who are taking money, who are giving money, then pharmacists are also there who are distributing the drugs, different medicines, and the sweepers are also there who are sweeping the hospital, who are cleaning the hospital. Okay, so different types of people are there in one hospital. Can anyone tell that all these people are required, or these four people are required, or only one, only doctor? If there is in the hospital, then that hospital will be good. Which hospital will be good? If one hospital in which only doctors are there, or in a hospital where all these classes are there, which hospital will be good? Can you tell me? All are needed. All the people are required. All needed. So for running a small hospital, you need all types of people. For running this whole world, for running this whole earth, you don't require all these people. Can you run this whole the universe based on one people only? And give attention that we are dividing on based on the work. Okay, not like that. That doctor's son is doctor's son will become doctor. So will you go to a person? Will you go to a person who is a son of a doctor when you are ill? Or you will go to a doctor who is qualified by his degree, who is qualified, who has taken the training? To whom you will go? To whom you will go? The person who has degree, or the person who is son of a doctor? To whom you will go? Okay. So this is the division. Okay, trained doctor, the person who has a degree, the trained doctor, you will go. There is no confusion, only that you will go to a person who has a degree. So this is the same thing. So the person, all the four system is based on the karma, based on the guna. So this is like that. A person who is son of Brahmana, he doesn't have any quality of Brahmana. Why he is Brahmana? He is not a Brahmana. He is like Sudra. Okay, that is the thing. So based on the guna, based on the karma, all persons are divided. If you are not doing your karma, if you are not your karma is not like a Brahman, you are not a Brahmana. Okay, if your karma is like a Shudra, you are a Shudra. Okay, so like that, this is the concept. So today what we are seeing is based on the birth, that is distorted form, that is not corrected, and this will lead to the degradation of society. Whatever written in the Bhagavad-Gita by Krishna is totally different, but we are following. Okay. So Krishna is saying, according to the three modes of material nature and work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. So it is created by me, so it is not wrong. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. Okay. So Varna Ashrama system, how does it work? It works on the prescribed duty. Whatever prescribed duty, whatever duty we are doing, based on that, it is divided. Helps to purify and spiritually elevate. So if we are doing our prescribed duty, we are giving the result to Krishna, what will happen? It will help in purification. So Varna system is for purification ourselves. Okay. What is the criteria for division? Guna and karma, not janma. Okay. Where is the Krishna's position? Krishna's position is above the whole system. Okay. Why does this Lord create Varnashma system? To elevate from the animal status to human status. So to elevate gradually toward Krishna, this Varna system is created by Krishna. Systematically develop Krishna consciousness. So gradually, if you are following our karma, what will happen? If you are doing our duty, what will happen? We'll gradually develop Krishna consciousness. So this is the concept. Wait, didn't Krishna act as? You can see here Krishna is acting with the Gwala. Okay, so Krishna is acting as Vaishya. Okay, here Krishna is like a Kshatriya. Okay, he is fighting Kshatriya. Here Krishna is like Sarthi. Okay, so he is like Sudra, and Krishna is like Brahmana also. Huh? He is friend of Brahmana. He is serving a Brahmana, so he is like a Brahmana also. But these all four things, why Krishna is doing? Krishna is above all. Okay, but why Krishna is doing? Just to set an example. Okay, so why Krishna is doing? Let's see Krishna's status. Okay, नामाम कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति नामे कर्मा फले स्पृहा इति माम यो अभिजानन्ति कर्माभिर्न सबध्यते. So Krishna is saying, so one comment is there in chat box, others can also read and answer. So Krishna is saying there is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. So there is no work that affects me because Krishna doesn't have to do any work. All things belong to Krishna. We do some kind of work to attain something, to gain something. But Krishna, what Krishna will gain? Krishna has all the things. Whatever things we see, which belongs to Krishna. So Krishna has no work. Okay, so, and no work affects Krishna, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me and also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. So one who understands this, he doesn't entangle in the fruitive actions, fruitive works. Okay, so this is the meaning. Okay, Lord is aloof from the material action and reactions. Okay, okay, I know that your voice is okay. Now the very important concept, many people are saying what is karma, what is akarma, what is vikarma, all those concepts. So let's try to understand what is action and inaction, action, inaction. So all those things we'll reading. Okay. So karma no hai api bodhavyam cha vikarmana aha karmanascha bodhavyam gahana karmano gahit. The intricacies of actions are very hard to understand. So what is action, what is inaction? It is very, very hard to understand. So what is karma, what is vikarma, what is good karma, what is bad karma is very, very hard to understand. So Krishna is saying it is very, very hard to understand. Therefore, one should understand properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. So these three things one should properly understand. So what is these three things? Let's understand. So there are three types of karma. One is akarma, one is karma, and then one is vikarma. Okay. So for whom? So akarma is all acts done for Krishna. So whatever actions we are doing, if we are doing for Krishna, then that work is called as akarma. Okay, because it doesn't have any reaction. Means no, karma means it is not like a karma. Okay, so it doesn't have any material reaction. Okay, so that is why it is called akarma. Then second is karma, work with attachment. If you are working with attachment, okay, then that is called if you are working with attachment according to Shastra, okay, and we will gain some punya, we will gain some good reaction, that is called karma. Okay, and vikarma, we are doing work but that is against the Shastra and we get papa phal for that. It is called as vikarma. Okay, so karma, if you are doing according to Shastra, we get good results. Vikarma, if you are doing according to against the Shastra, then it will give us bad reaction. So vikarma is like pap karma and karma is like good punya karma. Okay, so two types of karma is there. These two are in material platform. Okay, because we are getting material result, we are getting punya result, we are getting pap result. But the thing is, even if you are getting punya result or even if you are getting pap result, both will cause attachment to this material world only, because both results are also material. So if punya karma we accumulate, then what will happen? We'll take birth again to have those karmas. Okay, to have the reactions of those karma. And even if we do some bad karma, what will happen? Bad reactions will be there, and we will take birth again to have those bad reactions. Okay, So even when good reactions are there, all the bad reactions are there, both will cause attachment. So what is the thing? So what is the so special about akarma? Because akarma we are doing not for ourselves, we are doing for Krishna. If you are attaching Krishna in any work, what will happen? That work itself becomes transcendental. So if there is if the work become transcendental, then result will also become transcendental. So result will be also like enjoy transcendental happiness. So result will be we enjoy transcendental happiness, and it is done for Krishna. So there is no desire for sense gratification. So this is the attitude, no desire for sense gratification, and this work is like transcendental. Okay, so many people are confused, we are confused, what is karma, what is vikarma, how to understand what is karma, what is vikarma. The answer is we should not become attached to what is karma, what is vikarma. Many people are trying to accumulate good karma, and in the process only they will accumulate the bad karma. Okay, so this is the thing. So first thing is whether karma, whether vikarma, leave those things, try to do akarma, try to attach Krishna in your work. Okay, whatever action you are doing, even if your action, like example we have taken, making food. If you are making food, try to make food for Krishna. If you are singing bhajan, if you are singing songs, okay, that is soothing for our ear, so try to sing for God. So that is itself is transcendental, because it won't have any reaction. Okay, if you're chanting, what reaction it will have? Will it have good reaction or will it have bad reaction? There won't be having any good or bad reaction. The reaction itself will be transcendental, because chanting is a divine activity, and if you're chanting, it will have akarma. Okay, if you're reading Bhagavad Gita, what reaction it will have? It will have akarma. That is, akarma means it will have the reactions which are transcendental, and it will attach us to Krishna. Okay, so transcendental reaction attaches to Krishna. So there, if you can see, there are two types of actions. One action, there are two types of transcendental action. Okay, so one is direct transcendental action, and other is indirect transcendental action. So there are two types of transcendental actions. Okay, so first is direct, and second is indirect. So what is direct transcendental action? Like reading, like chanting. Okay, the reading Bhagavad Gita, chanting. Okay, these are like direct Krishna conscious action, direct transcendental action. We don't have to do anything, because it is purely transcendental. So we are doing for Krishna only. And there are actions which are indirect transcendental action. Transcendental action, indirect transcendental action, the actions which we are doing in daily activity, and we are attaching Krishna in it, like food. Example of food we have given, that is called diet. Okay, association, if we are associating with worldly people, then what will happen? It will have punya papa reaction according to that. If we are associating with devotee, then devotional service will grow. So that is the indirect indirect actions are the actions which itself can be material or itself can be spiritual, depends on us. So depends on us in which way we are taking those reactions. So we should try to do direct actions or indirect action which is attached to Krishna. So that is the thing. So karma, vikarma, and akarma. I hope all this concept has been clear to you. Okay, so now next is the sacrifices. Okay, so what is the aim of sacrifice? What is the sacrifice for Kali Yuga? First answer me this. What is the sacrifice for Kali Yuga? Akarma is according to Shastra. Lust. Sacrifice Kali Yuga is lust, greed, no, kirtan, yes, kirtan, chanting, sacrifice. Yuga dharma. What is Yuga dharma? That is chanting. Okay. So what is the aim of sacrifice? To control the senses, to free from the sinful reactions, happy in this world and the next life, happy in this life as well as next life, gain transcendental knowledge. So all these things, if you are doing sacrifices, all these things we are doing to achieve all those things. To control the senses, to free from the sinful reactions, to be happy in this world and the next life, and the gain transcendental knowledge. Okay, so to suit different types of worker as per Veda. So this is the aim of the sacrifice. Okay, to suit different types of worker as per Veda. Okay. How can one achieve transcendental knowledge? So we are reading about transcendental knowledge from early. We're reading transcendental knowledge about Krishna, transcendental knowledge about the srishti he has made. Okay, all those things we're reading. So how can one achieve transcendental knowledge? So we also know what is the benefit of achieving the transcendental knowledge. Then questions come. Okay, we have read about the transcendental knowledge. All those things we have read. How to achieve it? Tell me how to achieve it. So Krishna is telling me how to achieve that transcendental knowledge. So Krishna is saying, Tad vidhi pranipatena. First word is pranipatena. Second word is pariprashnena. Third word is sevya. So um, three things are there to achieve the transcendental knowledge. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshayanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Tattvadarshina. Some people are tattvadarshina. They have seen the truth. Go to them. And then what to do? Pranipatena, pariprashnena, and sevya. These three things do to those things. They can give you the knowledge because they have seen the tattva, they have seen the truth. So let's read the transcendental. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. Okay. So what is the word? Pranipatena. Niptena means blank. Okay, niptena is blank. Pra is fully blank. So become fully surrender. Go and surrender to some spiritual souls. Go and surrender to some spiritual master. First instruction is this: how to achieve this transcendental knowledge. Approach one spiritual master, become fully surrendered to him. Then pariprashnena, question from him. If you have question from it is not like. So if you have question, ask question from him, inquire from him. But how to inquire? Submissively. Okay, submissively inquire, not in the challenging way. Challenging way, if you are inquiring, you won't be able to accept that answer. Okay. And the third, render service into him. That is sevaya. Try to render service into him. In this way, what will happen? This self-realized souls can give you the knowledge because they have seen the truth by himself. So answer is humbly and submissively approach any spiritual master. Then they can give you that knowledge. They can give you the knowledge, the transcendental knowledge, which we are reading about in this chapter. Okay. What is the benefit of this transcendental knowledge received from Guru? One never falls again into the illusion. 4.35. One will cross over the ocean of the miseries. Okay, after this transcendental knowledge. Fire of knowledge will burn all the sinful reactions. So if you have attained this knowledge, what will happen? This knowledge is like fire, and it will burn the reaction, the sinful reaction which you have accumulated in the past. It will burn all of them. Devotional service is the mature fruit, and one who practices will enjoy sublime and pure truth. Okay, so word here is devotional service. So how to do all the devotional service and all? It is after we receive the transcendental knowledge. How we receive the transcendental knowledge? By submissively surrendering into Guru, inquiring from him, and rendering service into him. So these are the three processes. Okay. So one who can achieve this knowledge and who cannot. So what is the difference between the person who can achieve this knowledge and the person who cannot? So difference we have already discussed in the first chapter. Faithful, the word is faith. Faithful man who is dedicated and control his senses, the word faith. So faithful man can achieve this knowledge. And who cannot achieve this knowledge? Ignorant, faithless person who doubt the revealed scriptures. So this is 4.39, 4.40. So the word here is faithful. The one person who has faith can achieve this knowledge. One person who doesn't have faith, who is ignorant, he won't. Who doubt the revealed scripture, he won't accept this knowledge also. Okay. So conclusion: one who acts in the devotional service, renouncing the fruits of his action, who doubts have been destroyed by the transcendental knowledge. Okay, they can understand this Bhagavad-Gita knowledge. Okay. So word here is devotional service. Then renouncing the fruit. The second one is renouncing. What to renounce? Fruits of action, not the karma. And third is whose doubts have been destroyed by the transcendental knowledge. So whose doubt has been destroyed by the transcendental knowledge. So these three things are there. So this was the conclusion, and this is the last slide. So I hope you understood all the slides. So let's chant with me once. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So, so this was fourth chapter from my side. If you have any question, you can put in the chat box. You can raise the hand. Okay, and I hope you are doing the quizzes. I'm confused. What is sacrifices? Okay, sacrifices is tyag. What tyag we are doing? So whatever tyag, all those things, whatever is in this Kali Yuga, the sacrifices is like chanting. Tyag is the chanting. Okay. So can our varna change after changing our karma? This birth or next birth? Yes. Or if we are elevating our modes, if we are elevating, first we were in tamo guna, and then we are elevating ourselves to rajoguna, and then we are elevating ourselves to the satoguna, then our mode is changing. Then yes, our qualities are also changing. Our varna is also changing. So varna is not fixed; it is changing. Okay.
Next question is Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
Prabhuji, yesterday we understand that birth and death are irreversible, but today we talk about moksha. When a soul will get rid of taking birth again and death. Here, can you please help me to understand?
So the jiva is taking birth again and again, again. And Krishna is also telling how to get rid of this birth and death cycle. How to get rid? Know about Krishna, know about the transcendental knowledge of Krishna. Then what will happen? Then we won't take birth in this this life. We won't take birth in this material world again. We'll go back to Krishna Loka. We will go back to our original home from where we came. Okay, so that is the thing. So if we are later, Krishna will tell that the person who are doing devotional service to Krishna, they will come to Krishna. Okay, you will come to me if you are doing devotional service. So that is the thing. So if you are going to Krishna, then we won't come back again. That is the thing. So that is the thing. So if we are taking birth in this world again and again, because we are not looking after Krishna, we are not looking after Krishna. We are too much material attached. So our desires is also like that. So according to desires, we are getting the bodies. Okay. So whatever bodies we have is due to our desires, our karma, whatever karma we are doing, whatever desires we have. So if you are desiring Krishna, what will happen? We'll go back to Krishna. So that is simple. Okay. So moksha is not to come back to this world again. When a soul will get rid of taking birth and death again, when he become pure devotee of Krishna. Okay. Here, can you please help me understand? So when you become pure devotee of Krishna, then you won't take birth in this world again. Okay. Why is chanting the holy name considered as sacrifices? So it is sacrifice only. Okay. Sacrifice means we are giving our ears, we are engaging our different like tongue we are engaging, like our ears are, we are engaging in the service of Krishna. So this service, this is like a service. Okay, so it is like a sacrifices. In the Kali Yuga, only sacrifices which is recommended is chanting. Okay. So we'll read, if you read this chapter of chapter number 4, there are many different types of sacrifices by different people are described. Like Dhyan Yogi, like Gyan Yogi will sacrifice his knowledge. He's sacrificing his knowledge. He's sacrificing his time in reading the Shastra. Okay. Dhyan Yogi, he's sacrificing his intelligence. He's engaging his intelligence in Krishna. Okay. And he's engaging the intelligence in the trying to search the for the Paramatma form. Okay, and then Karma Yogi, what they are busy in, like Sakam Karma Yogi, they are busy in no, Niskam Karma Yogi, they are sacrificing the results of the fruits of action. So they are sacrificing the results of fruit of action. And Bhakti Yogi, they are sacrificing their soul, their time, their soul to Krishna. So that is the different types of sacrifices it described. So they themselves are sacrificing themselves to Krishna. So for Kali Yuga, sacrifices described in the Shastra is chanting. Okay, so if you are doing chanting, we are devoting ourselves to Krishna. That is a type of sacrifice only. Okay.
Next question is, how can we consider? How can we understand guna?
Guna will chapter 14, chapter 14, chapter 17, all chapter 18, all based on guna. So I will give you example based on that on chapter number 14, so that you can understand the guna. For now sake, only 3 gunas are there: Sattagun, Rajagun, and Tamogun. Okay, so all those things we'll discuss later. Okay, it will come. No problem, it will come.
Next question is, why initially birth taken by Jiva?
Because we want independence. Okay, so that is the concept which is described in Shastra, that we want independence from Krishna. Okay, so we were like father and son is there. Why son goes away from the father? He knows that his father is a billionaire. Still he wants to go away from the father. Why? Because he wants some independence. Okay, so that is why we go away from the Krishna. So we want some independence. We want some independence. We don't want to some jivas like us. We don't want to be under Krishna. So we want independence. So what will happen if a billionaire is there? He is a billionaire and his son is going away. Later he will realize that I have done a very big mistake. I should come back to my father. So that is what we are also like this only. So we have came away from the Krishna, and Krishna has this world is like material world is like a prison house. Prison house, when we go to prison house, what is the meaning of prison house? For reformation. So a prisoner is there in prison house is for reformation. So we are also in this material world for reformation. When we start love, when we started loving Krishna again, what will happen? We go back to Krishna again. So that is for reformation of our house. So that is the independence we wanted, and that for reformation. That for reformation this world is there. Okay, so why we go away from the Krishna? Because of our independence. That is the answer. Okay, when there is love is there between father and son, there is love. So the father allows the son to go away, like that. Krishna and us, love is there. So Krishna is allowing us to go away. So that reformation, after reformation, we go back to Krishna again.
Next question is, all the 3 gunas are alteration of Tamo, Rajo, and Sattva in us.
Yes, we'll read about all these 3 guna. And is there any 3 guna only, or is there any other guna also? We'll read about all those things. Okay.
Do one get moksha after death, or is moksha and death different?
Yes, moksha and death is different. Moksha is you won't take birth again. Okay, that is liberation. That is you will take birth again. If you have done karma like that, punya karma, papa karma you have done, then you will take birth and death again. So that is the thing. Moksha is different. Death and birth is different.
Next question. How can we achieve Satchitananda while living in Grihastha ashram, doing materialistic duties for ourselves and family?
So every person will have 2 duties, Mataji. First is the duty for self. First is the duty for the body and the duty for soul. Both activities are important. If you are doing the duty for the body, what will happen? If you are doing duty for the body, like Grihastha ashram, they are taking care of the family member. They are caring for the family member. What will happen? If you attach Krishna in that, if you are taking all the family members toward Krishna, what will happen? We are also elevating ourselves. We are also gradually moving toward Krishna, because we are also trying to take people toward Krishna. In that way, we are also engaged in Krishna service only. So that is the thing. So being in Grihastha ashram, the proper most duty is to that our child, our family members should also be in Krishna consciousness. Their thinking should be also in Krishna. And in this way, we can also engage in Krishna service. So that is the for duty for the body. So that is like indirect service. Indirect service we are doing, attaching Krishna in it. So that is indirect service. And for soul, we have to do the duty for soul as well as for body. So if you are doing only duty for the body, and even that duty for the body, and you are not attaching Krishna, it is very, very difficult. Okay, so try to attach Krishna for your body duty, and for soul duty, you are already in the Krishna service only directly. So that is the thing. So for Grihastha ashram, our topmost duty is to try to attach all the family members also to Krishna consciousness, try to give them Krishna consciousness, try to take them, take them towards Krishna, and in this way you will be also attached to Krishna. So that is the thing. So when whole family is there and they are doing service to Krishna, then automatically the home is whatever activity is being done in the home, that is also in the service of Krishna. So that is the thing. Okay, Mataji.
Next question, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, when we are sacrificing senses and other activities and attaining in God's service, and once liberation attained, why we should live happy in next life? Our soul should serve to Lord Krishna in his world. Please help.
Yes, that is the thing. That is the concept. So two concepts are there. If you read Nectar of Devotion book, this concept is very well described. So two concepts are there. One is liberation, one is devotion. So liberation means we are liberating ourselves. Liberating ourselves means we are getting mukti. We are not coming back to this birth and death again. The devotion is not dependent on liberation. Okay. A devotee is there, he is happy in this world also, he is happy after birth also. So a devotee will anyway get liberation, he will go back to Krishna. But a devotee is happy in this world also. It is not like that he is not liberated, then he won't be happy. Devotee is happy in this world also, in the next world also, in the other worlds also. But liberation is like we are not taking birth and death again. So it is and we are engaging in the service of Krishna, going to back to Krishna. But a devotee is happy here also and in the liberated stage also. So both. So the devotee doesn't care about liberation. So devotion is better than liberation. Okay. So this is the concept very well explained in the Nectar of Devotion book. Okay.
Next question. Prabhuji,
so
how
our
can...
soul should, one question,
Yes.
our soul should serve to Lord Krishna in his world. In his world, in this world, all world, if you are serving Krishna, that is better than liberation. So devotion is better than liberation, greater than liberation.
Next question, Prabhuji, how can we associate a karma to our professional service?
Okay, so what we expect from our professional service? So what is the thing? So if you are attached the expectation to Krishna, that professional service is also attached to Krishna. So take an example. So whatever work we are doing to gain some money. Okay, give some money for the service of Krishna. Donate some money. Automatically your attachment for money will come. Automatically your profession will also become like Krishna. So every person have to do work for his body. But whatever work we are doing and we are gaining money from that, if you are giving some part of money towards the service of Krishna, automatically that money is also purified. Automatically you will gradually have decreased attachment toward that money, and you are attaching yourself to Krishna also. So that is the thing. So when you are doing the professional service, try to think that this money is I am also earning for Krishna. So that is the way you can attach toward Krishna. Whatever result we are getting from the professional service, try to attach that result to Krishna. Then that profession is also automatically spiritualized.
Next question, Prabhuji. If we have to sacrifice everything, then why are we born in the present state?
So if we have to sacrifice everything, then why we are born in the present state? So we are like, if we are not sacrificing, then we have read in the last chapter, it is like a thief. Okay. So whatever thing we are doing, we are thinking that we are only the doer. Okay. So if we are sowing one seed in the soil, we think that we are only doer, but other doers are also there. Someone is there who is who is giving the rain. Someone is there who is taking care of the seed and who is growing the seed. Someone is giving the sunlight. Someone is giving the moonlight. Okay, and we think that only sowing the seed is the work. Okay, so that is not the only work. And if we are taking the fruit of that tree, and we are not acknowledging the person who has given the air, who has given the sunlight, who has given the moonlight, who has given the rain, then that is like a thief. Okay, so this is the thing. So if you have to sacrifice everything, then why you are born in the present? So it is like that. Sacrifices are for that we are acknowledging the Supreme Lord, that you have given all of those things in for us to live. Okay, so that is the sacrifice.
No more questions, Prabhuji.
Yes, any more questions? I think we have 10 minutes more. Yes. I don't think any question is there, Mataji. So I hope all your question has been answered. So try to do the quizzes and chanting. So how many of you have started chanting? So just raise the hand, because this is very, very important. That's why I'm telling you every time. Okay, you should start chanting at least one round. 10 minutes is nothing. Again, you should give 10 minutes to Krishna. Okay. So who has started chanting? 4, 5. One person in the chat box started chanting. Hare Krishna Prabhuji have started chanting. If you feel that chanting is very, very difficult, you are not getting time, just come 10 minutes before the class. Mataji chanting. One round you can chant with Mataji. Okay. In this way, you can have, you can build the habit gradually. Okay. So some person or I didn't, Prabhuji. So this is very, very important. Try to chant. If you are finding it difficult, come 10 minutes before the class. Mataji will be chanting. Okay. So in this way, you can start chanting. Okay. Some people are thinking, okay, if I chant, what my family members will think. So what is your answer? What should be your answer? I'm expecting answer from you. If one person is think that, okay, if I chant, what my family members will think, what should be the answer? What should be the answer? Yes, join me. They see the people in your family follows you. Okay, so whatever thing you are doing, not just you are telling them, they will follow. Not like that. You should give them example. Okay, they will follow the example. Okay, so the younger people are there in your family, they will learn from you. If they'll see that you're chanting, if and reading Bhagavad-Gita, what will happen? They will have interest. They haven't seen till now that some person is reading Bhagavad-Gita in my family, some person is chanting. So they will think, okay, these works are abandoned work. These works are nobody is following. These works are like in books only. Okay. So they will feel like that. So if they see one person is chanting, one person is reading Bhagavad-Gita, they will think that, okay, this thing is also important. So we should try to inculcate this habit in ourselves also. Okay. I am able to chant 4 rounds only in a day. No problem. Start with 1 round. I'm telling about 1 round only. So start with 1 round. Okay. Okay, it's my duty to do so. Okay. So no more questions today. So we'll meet tomorrow. Okay. Absolutely, Prabhuji. A spiritual atmosphere started, initiated in our family. Very nice to read these things. These things are like encouraging for all others. Okay. A spiritual atmosphere started initiating in our family. Okay. So we'll meet tomorrow. I hope I will meet tomorrow. So I'm unmuting everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.